Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Siti Zahra Aprilia, and my partners is Sofiatun Umi Fadila and Siti Fauziana Mutmainah. We are from Group 4 are going to explain about cohesion. Now I will explain about the cohesion itself. So cohesion is the sense of connection and flow as one sentence lead into the next. It involves the tying of old information and new. Cohesion is an important tool used for thesis to connect or associate the meaning of the sentence with other sentences in the essay and to establish linkage in the written discourse. There are two types of cohesion. They are grammatical cohesion and lexical cohesion. Grammatical cohesion can be classified into several categories, including reference, substitution, ellipsis, and conjunctions. Meanwhile, lexical cohesion is classified into two categories, namely reiteration and collocation. In this slide, we talk about types of cohesion, including reference, substitution, ellipsis, lexical cohesion, and conjunction. First, I will explain about reference. So, reference is linguistic forms which identify or refer something. Yesterday, I bought a hat. I will give it to my brother. It refers to hat. Reference that used to do the foregoing called anaphora, or the next will be called cataphora. Reference is divided into three types, namely personal reference, demonstrative reference, and comparative reference. Example: personal reference. Use I, me, mine, he, she, her. I talked to Benny. He is very kind. He refers to Benny. Demonstrative reference. Use this, that, those. Those are their hats. Demonstrative reference used to indicate which entities are being referred and to distinguish those entities from others. And the last, we have comparative reference. Comparative reference refers by means of identity or similarity through the use of such words as same, equal. Example: it's different cat from the one we saw yesterday. Different is a form of comparison. The cat is being compared between the cat of yesterday and the cat of today. That's all about reference.
And the next material is substitutions. Substitution is the replacement of a word or phrase with a filler word to avoid repetitions. A replacement tool to build the cohesions with a word or a sentence that is used in the text that refers to the same thing. For the example is, I'll have a strawberry milkshake. I'll have the same. In English, this replacement involves replacing the word, class, noun, nominal substitutions, the replacements of the word, class of verbs, verbal substitutions, as well as the replacements of clause, substitutions clause. Nominal substitutions. Nominal substitution is the element of nominal substitution are one, ones, and some. Nominal substitutions also include some indefinite pronouns. For the example, do you have any knives? I need a sharp one. And then verbal substitutions. The verbal substitution in English is do. This operates as head of a verbal group in the place that is occupied by the lexical verb, and its position is always final in the group. For the example, I like chocolate, so do I. Jenny speaks English, and so does Mia. And then clausal substitutions is replacements of a clause by clausal substitute. For the example, do you think he will come tomorrow? The answer could be yes, I think so, or no, I think not. And next is ellipsis. Ellipsis is the omission of one or more words from a sentence. Ellipsis may be explained as something left unsaid, and unsaid implies but understood nevertheless. In certain contexts, it is possible to leave out a word or phrase rather than repeating it. This device is called ellipsis. Sometimes we don't need to provide a substitute for a word or phrase which has already been said. We can simply omit it and know that the missing part can be reconstituted quite successfully. If someone says, for example, would you like a glass of water? We can answer, yes, I would, instead of saying, yes, I would like a glass of water, because we know that like a glass of water is understood. Ellipsis consists of nominal ellipsis, verbal, and clauses. So nominal ellipsis within nominal group, noun, and potentially accompanying modifiers are omitted from a noun phrase. For the example, they heard Kevin's dog and I heard Julia's dog. And then verbal ellipsis within the verbal group, within that unit group which consists of the class of items denominated verbs. For the example, have you been swimming? Yes, I have. And then last, clausal ellipsis or omission of modal element or proposition element in a sentence. For the example, has she taken her medicine? She has taken.
And the next is lexical cohesion. Lexical cohesion consists of two types, namely reiteration and collocation. Reiteration is the repetition of words in the repetition, synonyms, and superordinate, while collocation is the use of a set of words that have meaning within the same affinity. Examples: reiteration, repetition of a lexical item. For example, I took leave and turned to the ascent of the peak. The climb is perfectly easy. So here there is repetition for ascent and climb. Next, collocation, the association of lexical item. For example, filled with joy. Another example, burst into tears. The next, conjunction. Conjunction is a word or group of words used to connect words, phrase, or clauses. They express certain meaning which presuppose the presence of other component in the discourse. Examples: additive. It is structurally coordinate and used to add more information. There are and, also, moreover, in addition, and negative or not. For example, Mary wants to learn Korean and she has also some basic knowledge on it. Next, adversative. It is conjunction which relates to clauses that stage contrast each other. There are but, yet, on the other hand, or however. For examples, Mary wants to learn Korean, but she has not enough time. Next, clausal. Clausal relations include the specific ones of results, reason, and purpose. There are yet, still, though, despite this, however, or etc. For example, it was raining and I didn't get any transport, so I returned home. The next, temporal, refers to the phenomenon of new information to what has already been given in terms of time. For example, for preparing the presentation, I went through many books on this topic. Then I start preparing my slides. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.